Hello, here in the beginning I decided to reference Shaun of the Dead, both because Wright is known to reference other films in his own, and the significance of it also comes in later. The whoosh sound effect is present during panning shots to have the audience become camera aware. My friend and I did originally forget to bake for a bake sale, so we scrambled to get it done. The montage is backed up by intense music, full of close-ups and lit with low-key lighting to reflect Wright's affinity towards stylizing mundane tasks, and also our sense of urgency. The actor messes up in the last shot for comedic effect. All that time saved by the montage is reversed, something that Wright frequently does in his films. But of course, things weren't as intense and stylized when we were actually baking. This part is accurate in that I was dumbfounded by the fact that we were missing several ingredients, not just eggs. My brother's supposed to be me, by the way. Not knowing that he's there initially makes for an interesting entrance into frame. Wright likes to play with the mise-en-scène through costume, which could be seen in Scott Pilgrim, so I decided to play that part up by having the irony of one of us wearing an egg on our shirt but not actually having any eggs to bake with. I used a rope cut here to introduce the new scene because Wright is a fan of getting into a scene late and leaving it early, and one of the ways he does this is through rope cuts, and the music in the background reiterates the idea of stylizing mundane tasks. Here, you can hear the eerie soundtrack, indicating that something is wrong. The rope cut is used for the progression of the subject. This is a scene reminiscent of Scott Pilgrim's encounter with Roxy Richter. I included a Dutch angle to further the tone. In my original memory, I called my friend to ask again what exactly we needed, and indeed I was almost run over by a car because I was texting afterwards. I don't recommend doing that. I'm pretty sure that the car didn't intentionally want to hit me, but I depicted it that it did here because I had to go to the extremes to find the necessary ingredients, but I just decided to play this encounter up to reflect my overall experience. This is the unexpected aspect of the film, as audiences may just assume it's about baking, so the mixing of genres and the inclusion of a plot twist is reflected here. I played with the pacing here for comedic effect, as the car is supposed to be menacing, but both the viewer and the subject are underwhelmed and slightly confused by his or her driving abilities. Do you see what his shirt reads? It reflects what he's feeling inside. I was going to do a whip pan here right after the car crashed into the curb, but for practical reasons, as I was balancing the tripod on the hood of the car on one hand and holding the microphone on the other, I deviated from what Edgar Wright might have done. And now the intense music has a purpose. Wright likes panning shots because it reveals information previously unknown to the viewer, which may have a comedic effect. And here comes the iconic moment, the fence jump that we missed in the beginning. I couldn't control everyone in this shot, so I couldn't prevent that guy from messing around in the shot. And obviously I didn't do as much running or parkour when I was actually getting the ingredients. I had her slap his hand away because it is reminiscent of a moment in Shaun of the Dead. It is also comical because he gets nothing from going through that traumatic process. This was true in my actual memory as well because we had to sell what we made. In an ideal world, the kitchen would be lit with a more even balance of tungsten and daylight reflecting the tone. Thanks for listening.